boring because I don't know what to say.
Will it be an improvement? Yes! Schumacher by over half a second. Look at Jean Todt pace.
Kollidieren die beiden bei dem Unterfangen. Achtung!
I can agree with you on that because I've been there last season and oh my god, that first two corners you could just always expect something gonna happen there.
I was also in that race last season. I was
Oh yeah,
involved
you were actually.
in a bit of dive bombs. I was stuck in the background for a bit, but it was a really intense race, and I'm hoping for a more intense race this season as we are in qualifying for the F1 Rapid Racers round 1 of Bahrain. The cars are in the pits. It's the fastest 12 minutes you'll see today as everyone's getting the setups and tires fitted on and ready to go. We are joined up in the commentary box with Fluffy Dave.
Hello everyone.
As we see,
Certainly not the circumstances I would like to be in, but unfortunately I lost my will and now here I am commentating.
alright,
And as we can see, yeah, a couple drivers heading out. Good to see we are not looking at some smoke screen going on in the garage like today's real life F1 qualifying.
Yes. Looks like one of the Saubers is having a bit of lag issues as we are watching Foten navigate throughout the first few corners. Foten, one of the fastest drivers we have on here. We also have Alan T. Just pulling out in the outlap, but who do you think is going to come out on top in qualifying? Because I remember Foten and Alan just had a master battle, this intense battle throughout the season for the win, but Alan pulled it out at the end. Who do you think is going to take pole here?
They're definitely battling with each other. I mean, they're both fast drivers, and Foton is by no means an excellent driver because he's actually the AOR Split 2 champion of last season. I think it's gonna be good battle. Might be a little bit too close to call because even though Foton has that slight edge in terms of raw pace, excuse me. However, Alan is much more consistent. He can just keep bagging those important podiums towards the Drivers' Championship. In the other hand, last season, Foton was lacking in that department.
Yeah, Alan is one of the most consistent drivers we have, always finishing up in the podiums, always finishing up there for the win, and just always just putting consistent races. But a driver that we don't have today, who came in late last season, is Danny of Losse Esports. Danny competed in the F1 Esports Championship, and he is looking to spice up this championship to make it one really intense battle. And I believe that this season is going to be the closest season we have ever had in F1 Rapid Racers.
Yes, definitely. He's gonna be one of the big player in the championship.
Yes, he seemed nearly untouchable in Singapore and Malaysia, and that was a big foothold in his little statement of "I'm here to win," and he's not playing down to his competition.
I wish there's a way that we can synchronize our viewpoint, like which driver are you spectating right now?
I am on Foten. Who are you looking at?
I was looking at Assassin. Looks like he just started his flying lap.
Yeah, Assassin is pushing out into turn 4. He is on his flying lap. The brake discs are glowing red. Assassin, the new Ferrari driver, moved up from Williams as Alvaro, the Spanish warhorse, sets a 129.051, which has been immediately demolished by Merrick's 127.954. Dubby coming into second currently, as Assassin is putting in a good line through that tricky section of DRS.
That's definitely a pretty decent time set by Alvaro, allow 29, that's where you want to be. But we're looking at 127 here if you want to fight for top 5.
Yes, that is a pretty insane time set by Merrick. I believe it's the first 127 I have seen in F1 Rapid Racers on this track. So that may be a unofficial F1 Rapid Racers track record, but I don't I don't expect that to hold.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot more driver lining up for a quick lap here.
As Assassin
especially
goes into 5th spot.
Yep.
Merrick driving for the Haas team, the reformed Haas team. They got rid of their old driver lineup of some idiot and that other guy who just drove for them and didn't show up to half the races. Don't know who that guy was.
Yeah, that was Mr. Lamb. I think.
Lamp. Yeah, I totally wasn't talking about me. But Merrick staying out and trying to go even faster. And he sets a 127.757. 758, 757. Different times are showing up, but Merrick not going for the pits. It sets out an even faster time.
Blistering lap time. Yeah, I think he did not go to the pit actually, so he just did 2 flying laps. But he definitely don't want to be on that tire once the race comes, because that will be 3 or 4 laps old tire.
It's going to be a really interesting strategy coming from Merrick with this tire situation. But also, while he set that lap, somebody else set a faster lap and broke into the 127. So that is Foten going into a 127.788. He is closing the gap on Merrick. If Merrick went in that lap, we would be looking at our new leader. But Foten has dropped into the sub 128s, and he's looking pretty close to Merrick on that. I believe both of them are going to the pits right now. So that is what we're looking for. Kingslayer has not set a lap yet. He's now driving for McLaren. The old... who's this guy?
I have no clue who that is. Somebody just invited him, probably.
Okay.
He left.
Yeah,
okay.
he realized he joined into a league. He got out of there. We sometimes get those people who want
very nice of him.
Thank you, Vigier or whatever your name. Ooh, as Kingslayer has a massive lockup.
When dive into that.
Extremely wide.
Actually, I think it will be a good idea if I pull out a track map here, so I can call out the proper names for each turns.
Yeah, I did that for Monaco, and I only did that for Monaco because that was...
It worked pretty well. I think Monaco was one of your best commentaries.
That was my second commentary.
It was still up there as one of the best, because you call out the track corner names.
Well, it's also very iconic, so you kind of had to say out the names. In Bahrain, there's no real names. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As Kingslayer, not happy with that lap, goes into the pit lane, and with 4 minutes left, it's gonna just be a quick tire change to go back out and try to get a better time. As we see a few cars coming out of the pits, I believe that is El Sunny. Yes, it is El Sunny of Sauber going out on his outlap. The only car out on track, as I can tell, as we are following him. Sonny, one of our new drivers. He said before he joined into Sauber, he was looking forward to make an impression on the F1 community and just wanted to find a great group of guys to be competitive and have some fun with. So, Sonny driving out there like he means it, and he does look the part. What do you think of Sonny so far?
To be honest, I don't really know who he is. I mean, he was recruited by Alvaro, and I did not get to acquainted with him that much yet. But we're certainly gonna keep an eye on him and how we will do in our league.
Yes, we will.
We certainly hope for some good racing by him, and generally just have a good time while in our league.
All right. Well, he is making his way through the Bahrain circuit, the hills through the desert wind, going through the sands of time. and on to his qualifying lap with 2 minutes 45 to go. All the other cars coming out of the pits right now, so hopefully he does not get his lap impeded by cars going slow out of the pit lane. No, it does not look like that, so we're going to keep our eyes on Sonny as he sets out his lap. Drifting it slightly through turn 1, but keeps it in there.
He's definitely got a clear track ahead of him, so keep an eye out for some quick lap times.
Yes, he does. May get a bit of slipstream because there is a car close ahead, I believe, and if that car goes a bit slower throughout, he could get a bit closer and get into that car's slipstream and speed him up. I believe that maybe Foten or Alan T, actually. It's Alan. Yeah, it is Alan. Alan's going to the inside, not impeding any lap time, doesn't want to risk a penalty or just be a good driver, honestly.
One more thing I want to say is, it will be nice if I can synchronize my viewpoint with you, because your broadcast, I mean your recording is definitely what's being streamed on Twitch. So
yes,
I'm just trying to keep my commentaries relevant with what you're seeing and what the viewers are seeing.
Well, we're both watching Sonny as he sets in up to 6th place of 128.499. That is a good lap for someone who is his first race, and that puts him directly in the midfield of the pack of 128s, and that would be ranging from 3rd all the way to 9th place. Good first lap for that. On that track, we saw him pass Alan T, so we're going to go on to Alan right now, stuck in 4th place as he goes onto his flying lap and chases down his teammate of Foten. As Foten sets a 127.593. Insane time from Foten. So I want to see what Marek answers. And Marek answers with a 127.531. It's a battle for the lead. What does Assassin answer with? Will Assassin have anything to push back? He is on his flying lap right now, as some idiot has retired from the session, as everyone is just saying if they have laps. So we're going to go down to Alan T to see if he can join up the sub 127 club, as as all the drivers are retiring right now. We should be getting into clutch point where the race has started. Alan, brilliant exit from the last corner, and he goes into the sub 127s but does not increase his position. So our current running is Merrick, Foten, Monster, Alan, Assassin, Sonny, Duppy, Jerry, Ava, Mr. Hid, some idiot, the Spanish Warhorse, Alvaro, Fez, Kingslayer. Duppy is actually...
And Alvaro just set a new fast time of 128.4 that moves him up to...
Well, actually, it moves him up to
9th
9th place because Jerry has just taken 8th place from him. Also, I saw Duppy moving up to 6th place, and Sonny moved down to 7th place as that little... Whoa, there's been an incident between... Oh my goodness! The Sauber of... Oh, Merrick has just set a new fastest time of 127.471, as the Sauber of Sonny and Alan have collided on their in-laps. May have a little bit of discussion right there. Maybe an AI issue.
I think those are
big
AI
incident! Big
controlled
incident
AI.
between... What the... Wow!
Wow! What a way to
Wow.
start the season!
The McLaren, Mercedes, and Sauber have collided on the first DRS straight to a big incident. I don't know if that's going to result in any penalties, but here's your results from qualifying. It's Merrick, Foten, Monster, Alan, Assassin, Duppy, Sonny, Jerry, Alvaro, Fez, Ava, Hid, some idiot, and someone else. Kingslayer.
Kingslayer.
Is a calm 2 seconds back behind everybody. Kingslayer dealing with that McLaren, this little message from one of our viewers, Desalmificator, it seemed like it was preemptive. He knew what he was doing. It did look preemptive. He didn't really seem to move out of the way or anything, so it was a bit confusing, but that's F1 rapid races for you. Yeah, as we are waiting for everybody to get out onto the grid and go on to that rolling start. But it was a weird incident. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, I have to agree. Wait, thank you for tuning in. What do you mean?
Yeah.
We're just gonna start the race.
Well, people like to tweet at us when we're racing.
Okay. And that will be your grid order. As far as I know, there no one got any penalty or grid drop of some sort.
Well,
so.
Kingslayer, who was the only McLaren in the field who made some bad contact with everything, he is in the back. Didn't really have a set time. It looks like Sonny is still where he is, so no one really got any penalties. So, as Adrisaif, the pride of Spain, says, "Let's go!" as Alvaro leaves the session.
Alvaro has just left the session. Yeah, Alvaro, what was your nickname
Spanish
for him?
Warhorse.
The Spanish Warhorse himself was having issues with internet connection. Looks like he just dropped out from the session with the internet issues.
So we should be seeing a AI car driving around the track. I believe so.
Damn,
Yeah.
I lost connection.
You lost connection, Alvaro?
Do you need
Yeah, can you invite me so I can speak?
Yes, we can. Fluffy, can you handle that?
I'll invite him.
Alright. Joining us in the commentary box is the Spanish Warhorse himself, Alvaro, who had a
looks like
engine issue on his outlap, so he will be joining us in the race commentary box. Speaking of...
However, according to the Formula 1 rules, that would mean he will start from the pit lane.
Yes, it does.
Because he did not complete the formation lap. So...
He...
Yeah, but there was a lot of smoke coming out of the cars. There's no way I can.
Well, we shall
Alright,
see where
as
he
we can
starts
see,
or
the cars-
if he will join us in the commentary box. As the cars line up for the F1 Rapid Racers Season 2, Round 1, Bahrain Grand Prix.
I, for one, very excited
I
for
am-
this. Let's hope for a clean
Yes,
start.
I am hoping for a very clean start. I'm going to keep my eyes on the Mercedes of Allen to see if he makes any moves going to the start. It's 5 red lights.
5
And
lights.
away we go for the F1 Rapid Racers Round 1, Season 2, Bahrain Grand Prix. The Sonny makes a really... No, it's actually Dumpy. Makes a really good start. Assassin dives down on the inside, and Fulton gets a good start, and he's now has overtaken in the lead in front of Merrick. And there's a Force India.
Looks like
There is a
fairly
Force
clean start
India
by
that has been
everyone.
spun.
There's a Formula
Jerry.
off the track. That will be some
Jerry
idiot.
has
He's the only some
spun.
idiot. The only Force India, I mean.
Jerry has spun. I don't know what has happened to Jerry, but it looks like there may have been some contact. There's a battle between Kingslayer and some idiot. Both Force India's not doing good, but Kingslayer making some moves down the inside into first place. Down the inside into 11th place, but some idiot holding him off.
He couldn't quite make it because he got the outside line and some idiot was in the inside, so he had the
Yes, there is.
advantage.
As we are going back to our battle for the lead between Merrick and Fulton. This is a close battle. This could be looking to be the battle throughout the race, as they are just holding each other's line and holding it close. This is the opening lap. Everyone's keeping it real close line on each other. It's actually the top 6 cars are pulling away from the midfield of 7th back. Looks like Allen.
Yeah, and Fodon has jumped Merrick for the lead,
Yes, Fulton
actually.
has jumped Merrick. He went on the inside. in turn 1 and went around the outside in turn 2 and held that throughout America. Allen had a disastrous start, has fallen back 2 places to 6th place, but Duppy has pushed up significantly up to 5. He had an amazing starts.
Oh, I just saw some front wing debris into turn 2. Looks like Allen.
This puppy luck so much. I'm fucking done with this shit.
That is Alan T. Radio transmission from Alan T. as he's gone wide off the track. He's not happy about that. I wonder what has happened there, why he is upset.
He was saying he's had some bad lags. I can also see some
Duppy
problem
and
here.
Sonny, the 2 Saubers, don't have the best internet connection. May have lagged in front of somebody and hit into them.
So from what I saw, Alan was following Duppy close behind, and then coming out into turn 2 and 3, Duppy just lagged into him, and he lost bits of his front wing that will compromise his race completely.
Yeah, it's a real unfortunate incident when lag has come into play, but that's what you get when you have a online series with international drivers. In F1 Rapid Racers, we do have a lag rule. If a driver has significant lag throughout the series, we will ask them to start from the pit lane as just a safety penalty. But real unfortunate for Allen to be caught into some incident like that. But he may have a superior pit stop strategy going on through his head right now as he is in the pits. As Fulton and Merritt continue the battle out front, followed by the 2 Ferraris.
Hey, I'm afraid I have to leave. So lucky for me.
Alright.
I'll see the
Alright,
race later.
Alvaro. Thank you for joining in with
Alright,
us. We hope you have a good time. Hopefully your internet fixes up.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm going to look at Duppy, actually, and see that he is teleporting around the track just a little bit. We actually have a yellow flag, and it's Ava. Ava has spun going into the DRS zone. Ava, Renault driver, staying with Renault after a good solid first season, as he has been spun going into that DRS straight, the very first one.
Yeah, we are not sure whether he tangled with somebody there out of turn 10 or he spun by himself, but that certainly costed him a lot in this race.
Hopefully they can bring it back throughout the race, because this is a 50% race. Anything can happen. This is F1 Rapid Racers. Because we're going back to the fight at the lead between Fulton, Merrick, Monster, and Assassin, all within a almost all within a second of each other. Merrick and
Yeah, the top 4.
yeah, top 4 are all close together. The Ferraris are actually falling back just a slight bit, as the pace between Fulton and Merrick looks to be a bit too excessive, but the Haas car of Merrick looks really good, and this should be an interesting fight, as all the cars seem to be Formula drifting around that DRS corner.
I saw that. Those all 4 actually going sideways.
Everyone's sideways, everyone counter steering. What an insane race you got going here. Bit of lock-up smoke from Fulton right there.
I have to agree with you that Haas looking good up there in second place. Let's hope they will be doing pretty well in real life too.
Hopefully they will be doing amazing in real life and F1 Rapid Racers. Even though in F1 Rapid Racers we use equal cars, so everyone has a fair playing field. As it looks like Merrick getting really close to Fulton going into turn 1. May have gone down onto the inside, as we have a yellow flag in sector 3. It's Kingslayer Kingslayer looks to have lost his entire front wing as he spun out in the last corner and hit that wall. Kingslayer going into the pits and gets a 5-second stop-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, disastrous for Kingslayer.
Sorry to cut you off, but Mr. Hit just did an overtake on Fast coming out of turn 5. And they are now battling into the hairpin of turn 8.
Yes, Fez and Mr. His having a ding-dong battle going on right here. Looks like Fez may try to go out for a DRS overtake or dive down the inside, as Allen has made up 2 positions already from his disastrous return. 4 cars going sideways out of that DRS streak. And we're back in the race. Sorry about that little technical issue. We're back with Foten and Merrick battling for the top spots. I don't know why that happened. Sorry about that technical issue. We are back. Better than ever. Must have had a little internet outage here in San Antonio, but we're back. As Kingslayer gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but he is in last place, so that shouldn't harm him that much. As it looks like Merrick may go try to move down the inside, doesn't attempt it, but he is extremely close within DRS range. Get your cameras ready for a ding-dong battle into turn 1. Merrick goes down the inside. Fulton pushes him down the inside, side by side. Merrick gets the overtake done. Will Fulton defend it? Side by side to Todon. Does he?
Can he keep it in the inside? Going for the switchback.
No, and Merrick makes the overtake.
Not gonna happen.
Into first place, but Fulton closing in on him. Merrick, slightly weaving across the track to keep Fulton behind him. Fulton not happy about that. He likes being in first place and nowhere else. So Fulton trying to close in on Merrick. Fulton almost tapping his front wing on Merrick's back wheel. But they're keeping it close, keeping it tight. This corner can be a bit tricky sometimes. Ooh.
Exciting battles throughout the field. Mr. Hill and Al-Sonny are still duking it out back there in P6 and 7.
Sonny actually just made it overtake.
Sorry, I mean Sonny and Fast.
But the main battle right here is between first and second place of Merrick v. Fulton. Fulton looking down the inside, trying to get a better exit in a different line, getting into some cleaner air against Merrick. Will there be a move into the last corner? No, there isn't.
Little lock up there by Merrick.
All right, we're looking for a drag race down the front straight. No moves yet. Oh, here we go. Fulton on the inside. Lock up. He actually hit the curb and made a little bit of contact with Merrick, as Alvaro's car has been ghosted throughout this, as Fulton goes down the inside again. Merrick may have braked for it, but no. Fulton on the inside. Does he hold it off? Does Merrick hold it off side by side?
No, Fulton back off. Back out, he knows better.
But Fulton's going for it. Into the hairpin.
Yeah.
Fulton on the inside. Does he have the traction though? Still side by side. No, it doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Into turn 10, let's see who will blink first. No, they did not make any mistake. Okay, another DRS straight. Looks like Monster has joined the party.
Incoming player 3. And it's a 3-way battle for the lead. As Fulton's trying to get around the Haas of Merrick, but Merrick, excellent at defending, is holding him off.
Very nice driving by Merrick, just not giving up that track position, which will be crucial, but it's gonna be a long race and we still got plenty of laps to go.
Actually,
strategy will certainly come into play here.
Fulton goes into the pit stops. I thought Merrick was diving late into the pit stops, but no, Fulton has dived into the pit stops, looking to go onto the softs. He is going for a 1-stop, it looks like, as he makes that pit stop and is driving out right now. All the other cars are coming in at pit stop right now as we rejoin the lead between Merrick and Monster in this new fight for the lead. Now, who will go into the pits first? Will Fowen have a good undercut for Merrick, or will Merrick stay out longer and just continue putting in consistent laps? Because he does not seem to be slowing down, as Monster has fallen 1 second behind Merrick, as Merrick is just pulling away right now.
Still within a second though. Monster got the DRS.
Just slightly. Alright.
These top guys are burning their tires so much.
Sliding around the corners.
It's gonna be interesting which strategy.
I don't think any of them are looking after their tires, so we may have a surprise podium from someone, or a surprise winner, as Alan T has after having that lap 1 incident, has moved up to 10th place.
Yeah, he's on that fresh set of soft tire. Well, now it's a couple laps old, but
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna make
Merrick
it to the
and
end.
Monster
He's probably
have both
gonna
come
do
into the
another
pits.
stop.
As Duppy has come into the pits, we're on board with Mr. Hid, as Mr. Hid stays out. And Mr. Hid is your new leader of the F1 Rapid Racers Season 2, Round 1 Grand Prix. Bahrain Grand Prix.
Looks like he's gonna go for that one-stop strategy. And we will see where Photon will
He
emerge.
is pulling out in second place.
He's
He's
jumped
jumped
both
both
of
of
them.
them. The undercut has worked. Also, speaking of undercut, there is a incident between the Ferraris. They looked like they banged the wheels between medium tires and super soft tires. It looks like one of them may be on the mediums, one may be on the super softs. Monsters actually put on the medium tires. Actually, all of them are on medium tires. Why would I think? Okay.
They're both on mediums.
You're going to look at their tires with Mr. Hid on the super softs, Fulton on the softs. Merrick throughout Jerry are on mediums. Alan's the only driver on softs in the midfield, and Kingslayer and Alvaro are both on softs.
Keep in mind though, Alvaro is not really in this
is an AI
race.
car. He has had internet issues and had to retire on the very first lap. As we are going to go on board with our net leader of Fulton, as he's pulling away a 2-second gap to Merrick. That undercut was well calculated for him, and he is on the faster tire, as he is definitely pulling away. Now, with the soft tires, will he be attempting a one-stop?
He has to pull away, because in my opinion, the one stop on a soft tire is pretty much impossible unless you've got some magical power of conserving tires. But it's certainly gonna be interesting, because I think Photon has to make another stop, because he won't make it to the end.
Maybe going for a super soft pit around lap 19, it looks like, or no, lap 24 it looks like, because they lasted around 9 laps. So I would say he would push this tire out until he has like a 12-second lead and may go into a super soft strategy, or push that out to around lap 20. I'd say he's going to try to pit around lap 20, while all the other drivers are looking to keep the mediums out to the end. Merrick 2.3 seconds behind. It's actually 2.420, but he is closing on the straight, so Fulton has to keep pushing throughout this entire time, or else this won't be good for him.
Yeah, Photon has to at least open a gap of 10 seconds, because the pit window is around 20 seconds here, and if he's gonna pit at lap 20, he can make it up by gaining 1 second per lap to the rest of the guys who's running on the mediums.
Very worn, rotten mediums, so and going wide around the very last corner, so that's something that you don't want to do when you're trying to pull out the gap. We're going to go on board with Merrick, actually, as Monster sets the new fastest lap of 131.7, as the chasing group as this battle for second tries to chase down Foten.
A 131 in this part of the race is certainly pretty
Yes,
good,
those
especially on
mediums
those
are
mediums.
Impressive.
But the question would be whether Monster will be conserving his tire enough
Well, if you
towards
set
the end
a
of the race.
lap time like
or not
that and you're
by
following
going
very close to
this
Merrick,
quickly.
looking for an overtake, he is half a second behind Merrick, so there may be an overtake involved. Merrick having a bit of a lockup as Monster closes in, but doesn't get the best exit. Is falling back just a little bit. The gap is falling from Merrick to Foten. 2.2 seconds. Not a big gap, but it is falling just by a bit. Foten needs to keep it consistent if he wants to pull. If he wants.
It is not looking. Foden has gone wide.
more.
He's just gone wide into turn 13. That's certainly gonna cost him. You can tell he's pushing
Maybe a
as
bit
much
too
as he
much.
can, but it's not looking good for him because Merrick will just keep within that 3 seconds to
Well,
Foden.
definitely not pulling away. It's actually falling back if he keeps making these mistakes. As Monster Goat looking for a move down the inside, it was a fakie, but Merrick did not take the bait and stays ahead of Monster.
That is something you want to do as a driver, just letting the guy in front of you know that you're there and just saying, if you make a mistake, I'll take it. That's what Monster is doing to Merrick
You were
right now.
Monster's teammate last season. You definitely know of his tactics. That does seem like something Monster would do. Just wait behind the lead car and wait for that mistake and then attack right there. Another driver like that is Assassin, who is kind of in the world of his own, the second behind Monster, but 3 seconds ahead of W, just sitting there in 4th place. A lot of cars like that right now. We do have a little bit of a battle for 8th place between Jerry and Fez, but they are not closing in on each other. This is the only battle on track between 2nd and 3rd place.
Looks like Monster is just falling away. I remember I talked with him a couple times during our practice sessions that he's been turning off the racing line. I mean, he doesn't really want to use it as an excuse, but that could explain a little bit of pace loss on his part.
Yeah, while we were talking about Monster, Foten has set a new fastest lap. Seems like he's got the jitters out of the system and is starting to pull away from Merrick as that gap climbs and climbs and climbs up. 2.7 seconds to the Haas.
Looking at our defending champion, looks like he's cooking a move
Yes,
up
Alan T
on
has caught
Jerry.
the party in
Just 5
10th
tenths
place.
between them.
And we are going to keep an eye on him because Alan T is known for making quick and fast moves on the lower midfield package. So we're going to look at him right now. As that gap in the lead climbs to 3 seconds.
He has to clear Jerry as quickly as possible because his tires are
Yes.
running out. They're pretty old because he's
Yeah,
pitted
three,
at
Alan
lap
T is
3.
He opens up DRS. He may go into pits right now for another set of soft tires. Honestly.
Probably medium would be better because if he pit for another set of soft, he will have to conserve
Well, he's
it
been
to get to
conserving
the
and
end.
pushing up to the exact time, and he still looks like he has pace, but not enough pace to close down Jerry.
2 tenths between
he's-
Monster and
He's
Merrick.
not in that pace zone right there, so we're going to look at Alan T, and he is going to the pits right now. Alan T is going into the pits. First one into the pits, first one to make their second pit stop. As we see what he puts on. Super soft tires for Alan. What the? Oh, no, it's softs again.
He's yeah, it is
It
soft
talked to the
tires.
super softs for a bit on my telemetry, but no, it is soft tires. As he falls down to 12th place. We resume our battle in second and third place between Monster and Merrick.
Still just 5
Monster
tenths between
closing
them.
it in, keeping it in that slipstream, but doesn't seem to be gaining anything in the corners as Foten is pulling this race away. But he does need to make another pit stop with these softs on. As we're going to look at the little stop view, Alan is the only one with 2 stops. Looks like everyone's going for a 1-stop strategy, but it may be a 2-stop strategy, as it looks like the biggest mover in this race so far is Mr. Hid in 6th place. Mr. Hid started back in 12th place, I believe, and has made up 6 positions. And now we have a yellow flag in Sector 3. A yellow flag in Sector 3. May that be Jared. Jared gets a 5-second stop-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but I don't see any issues as I'm circling through the field. It was Jerry. Jerry has retired from the session.
Jerry's just
he may have spun
retired.
the car going into the last turn and hit the wall as they were replacing a front wing part.
Yes, he had a front wing change, so he probably had an accident
Alright.
somewhere.
Well, we have our first DNF of the race. Besides Alvaro. Sorry, Alvaro. As we were watching Merrick try to hold off Monster as Foten has a 4-second lead. Over that is not enough to hold him off. There's 4 laps left and you've only pulled out a 4-second. That I don't know if you can hold that off, Foten. He needs to push.
Unless if he can be 2 seconds faster to the guys on the medium towards the end, he will not be
Yes.
able to retain that lead.
Whatever his strategy may be, this is looking up to be a exciting finish between Foten, Merrick, and Monster.
It certainly is. And then forget about Assassin. He might be falling back for now, but he might just be
Yes,
conserving
Assassin
his
is
tires
known
to
for
attack at
conserving
the
his
end.
tires. Another driver known for conserving their tires has moved up 4 places from the starting line. Is some idiot. The other Force India driver, some idiot, known for those insane tire life. But Alan T pushing like a madman with a new fastest lap as he is closing in on Ava. Alan pushing and pushing and pushing as he closes up to Ava for his return into the points again.
Here's more interesting stuff to keep an eye on. If you look at the fuel telemetry on Photon, he's burned a lot of fuel. He's now going into minus 0.15, while the guys behind him has 1 extra fuel on board, along with Monster especially. He's got 1.3 laps of extra fuel, which he will definitely gonna use to attack the guy in front of him.
Alan has got plus 132 laps of fuel as he made that air overtake on the inside of Ava going throughout that hairpin. Ava didn't really put up much of a battle as Alan is putting in some banger laps. He is pulling all full rich mixes, but yes, I am going to look at Foten's fuel mix, and Foten is running on lean mix right now, in a bit of fuel trouble, as Merrick is also running in lean mix, but he has positive fuel. Monster, standard. Everyone is running within good fuel management, but it looks like Foten has been pushing a lot, way too much for, as Merrick is running in rich mix again.
Yeah, he needed to do that to pull out the gap.
Yeah,
He
you don't want to be
needs-
running a rich mix to pull out a gap. If you're relying on that, something's not right. You also risk yourself of spinning out with the higher revs. So we rejoin the battle between Merrick and Monster.
Yeah, Monster just will not let Merrick get away. He just gets behind Merrick's
Monster holding
diffuser,
his
not
spot,
letting him
holding
go.
his ground. This is where he wants to be. He's in prime position to win this race as he's closing directly in there, diving down the inside. No, sirree, but Merrick goes wide. There's maybe a switchback attempted, but no. Monster looked like it wasn't going for that attack, but he
Let's see
may
if
go
Monster
around
can
the
do good
inside.
route here.
Monster on the
He doesn't have to
inside.
look outside.
Ooh, side by side.
They're
Monster
side by
holding it
side.
in. May look for a
Can
switchback.
Monster make the
Nothing can
move?
do.
No, he does
Wow,
not.
what a battle and attempt from Monster right there. Merrick went really wide in a turn one, and Monster looked like he was selling him a dummy, but he saw that and he was caught off guard by that. Wasn't expecting it to work. So both of them lock up going into that roundabout with the DRS straight.
Yeah. Just not enough grip there, especially since tire wear starts
Yes.
to come in up the hill. Still close behind.
Into the final turn. Will there be another move from Bolton? Has dived into the pits.
Fought on into the pit.
What is he putting on? Yes, he has
should be
put on
putting
new
on
set
new
of
set of
softs, and
softs.
he will look to be emerging in 4th place unless Duppy has anything to say about that. Yes, he does. In 5th place, Fulton has emerged. Oh wait, there's a side by. There's a three wide into a
stop for Photon there.
3 wide into there, but Fulton lets Sonny and Mr. Hid go by. As Mr. Hid moves up 7 places from his original start time, but Fulton not making any means of that as Alan T has set a new fastest lap, going still 10 seconds behind of the 9th place of some idiot.
It's not the sight you want to see as a driver
Oh,
who
Fulton
does
sells-
alternate
Sells
strategy.
Mr. Hid a dummy. Actually, Sonny a dummy. They bang wheels for a bit as he goes down the inside and makes the overtake on Sonny. Now Mr. Hid is his next target. Jerry has led the session. Oh, been watching this entire time. Yes.
He just left now.
Yeah,
but
he
he's
retired.
He's retired. Like
As Fulton
5 laps
looking
ago.
to make a move on Mr. Hid. Going down the inside. Making it stick. Holy crud. That was a needle and a haystack type of move right there as Fulton moves up to 5th. But Mr. Hid not saying no to any fight. Tries to go around the outside of Fulton, but Velocity Fulton is pulling away from Mr. Hid as he opens up DRS and tries to close him down.
these moves are decisive for Photon because he's got a mountain to climb. He's around 18 seconds to the leader, and he had to make it up.
He's
in just
18.6
8
seconds
laps
from
to
the
go.
leader. He has to overtake Duppy, who's 11 seconds, and Assassin, and then Monster, and then Merrick, if he has any chance of winning this race. But Photon is closing in on Merrick. That lead has fallen down from 19 seconds to 18 seconds, but is that enough? As Kingslayer gets a stop-go penalty again, or exceeding track limits.
He will have to be more than 2 seconds a lap faster compared to those guys in the mediums in
Yes.
order to catch up to them.
He does.
And that won't guarantee he will be able to overtake, because he pretty much will be at the end of the tire life come to the few laps. Certainly not a good prospect for Foden
entire
here
race.
after leading pretty much most of the race.
Yeah, Merrick has had the lead for
Merrick, had the lead
around
for
the first
like
5 laps of the race.
But then after the pit stop, it shuffled back to Foden because he did an undercut by pitting 1 lap earlier than those 2 guys. And speaking of those 2, looks like Monster just fallen back a little bit. He's now
He's
around
almost 1 entire
9/10
second behind Merrick as Merrick is pulling away. It looks like he's been saving tire and fuel enough to push away as Monster has fallen an entire second behind as he made a little tiny mistake going around that hairpin. Does he have DRS though? It doesn't look like. No.
It's going to be
No
close.
DRS for Monster
No,
as
he
Merrick
does not.
is pulling away. Down into turn 11, our leader Merrick. New driver for the season, actually. No, the old Red Bull driver has moved in for the Haas. I remember he used to race for Red Bull. I didn't see him a lot last season, but he was there.
He was in the he was in the first
Something
few
happened.
3 races,
Yeah,
and
the yellow
then
flag in sector 2.
due to obligation to AOR, I believe.
It's Kingslayer. Being lapped has cut the corner by a Monster right there and has taken out a few barriers, but that was what that yellow flag was about with Kingslayer. May have gone wide, just letting people through. Good sport, Kingslayer. Good sport. As Foden sets a new fastest lap, he is 16 seconds within the leader. Foden.
It's actually 13.6
17.
seconds. Oh wait, 17.
You're looking at
I
W.
was looking at W's. Yeah.
Nah, it's all good.
My bad.
As Merrick massively maneuvering his car through tricky turn 9 into turn 10. No drama there whatsoever. 1.6.
1.5 seconds
pulling away from
now
Monster.
with American Monster.
Monsters
falling back.
was really
Yeah.
aggressive to keeping up with Merrick as he tried to get that overtake any chance he could, but Merrick, just better on the tires, is pulling away from Monster.
Yeah, it seems all that keeping a close tab on Merrick has put too much strain on
He was staying in
Monster's
the dirty
tires
air
now.
a lot,
He's struggling
to be fair.
to keep up with Merrick.
Like, he was relying on his tires way too much when he was sticking in Merrick's dirty air, and all that tempting on the straights may have cost his tires a bit too much, as Merrick is pulling out a 1.6 second lead as Selly Monster has joined in to catch the end, but he leads because he knows that we should win this race. If you wanted to see the start of this race, we do post these races on our YouTube channel, F1 Rapid Racers YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel, Fazy. Once after each race, we make a little highlight video after each race, and we will post it up there. So if you don't catch the full race here, if you just have a little bit of time to catch us at F1 Rapid Racers on YouTube, and you will find the full race there. And highlight. Merrick pulls out a 2-second lead from Monster. He's cruising this one to victory, it looks like. As Foden is coming up to Duppy. He's on the inside of Duppy, actually. Foden and Duppy banging wheels. The Sauber and Mercedes having a fight. Foden around the outside. And makes... Duppy.
It's gonna...
Duppy is
turn into
actually
the inside, he got the move done.
around Foden, but Foden pulling off that move. Foden going around the outside of Duppy. Duppy going down the inside on Foden. Duppy dive bombing, pushing Foden off the
going
track. What? No
Not making
way,
things
he is.
easy
This is a
for
drag race
Foden.
down the straight. Duppy having a better exit than Foden, but they're side by side on the race. Foden diving down the inside, trying to get that slipstream. Duppy does have DRS. Foden going around for a switchback. Duppy going a bit wide, but Foden trying to go around Duppy as fast as possible.
Foden might have to
Duppy
be
does
careful
have-
around Duppy though, because remember Duppy was the one who crashed into Allen
Yes,
early
it
in the
is.
race
And El
wrecked
Sunny sets a
Allen's race.
1:30.503 new fast lap as Foden clears Duppy for the new, or a new 4th place.
For 4th place, he now
Yes,
can resume
Merrick,
his pursuit
Monster, and
to
Assassin
the
are all
top
running
3 guys.
131s, it looks like, as Foden is running with 130s. That was their fastest lap, as Sunny has the new fastest lap record. He is 8th super softs.
Yeah, he pitted
Yes.
off for brand new set of super
Sunny
softs.
doing the classic 2-stop, but he is closing in slightly on Alan T. Yes, he was.
Was he in front of some idiot before he made an extra stop? So Sonny looks like sacrificing some track positions here for new tires. Either he couldn't make the last set tires to make it to the end of the race, or
I believe he was
he was
avoiding
just
a,
in the middle of nowhere.
What's the word? Blowout. Yes, blowout.
Tire blow up,
Yeah, puncture.
a puncture.
Well, in 8
There you
seconds
go.
behind of Assassin. I don't think he can catch that within 3 laps, but you never know. Assassin has spun out on the last lap before while chasing down teammates and others. In Canada, I believe, he had a bad incident on the last lap, spun out and got crashed out of the race, so we... Yeah, he was.
He was actually chasing me, I believe. He was towards the end, and no, I wasn't his teammate.
Yeah.
I was driving for Force India, and he was in a Williams. He had that accident early in the race
he punted,
by punting one
I
of the
believe it was
Haas.
Lamp into the wall. He punted someone. It was Foden.
Was it Lamp?
Yeah.
No, it was Photon. It
So
was Photon in the
Foden may have
Mercedes.
some revenge if he catches up to Assassin, but that's a water under the bridge right now, so I don't think there's anything going right there, as Merrick is just cruising along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just looking very comfortable there in the lead. 2.5
2.6
seconds.
now. As Sonny gets a 3-second time penalty. As Merrick is calmly just striding his car away as Foden... Let's go on board with Monster. Look at his tires. You can see they're very well beaten up, especially that front left tire of his is really well beaten up. You can see a visible line of tire wear right there. And a bad lock, a little bit of bad lock going extremely wide into turn 8. 8, that really hard hairpin. And another lockup going into 9 and 10 as Foden gets a 3-second time penalty for
Another
multiple
lockup.
warnings. That
That
is
did not
something that
help
he
him.
did not want to. And this is Kingsford gets another 3-second time penalty, but Foden, that's just the...
And Duffy is within 3 seconds, so if he keep this up, he might
But
be
Foden
able to
is
finish
closing in
ahead of
on
Photon after the
Assassin, but
penalties.
Duffy doesn't seem to be holding in on Foden, but if he does, that will be his maiden 4th place in his first race, and he could be a surprising rival for Foden right now. He is keeping pretty consistent pace with Foden, but I don't know if he can stay down into 3 seconds of him.
Yeah, I just saw his pull
And
that
it's
gap to
3.6.
2.7 seconds now. It was 2.3
You're
seconds.
talking about
for,
Duppy or...
millisecond there.
yeah, that may have been a lag spike and he may have teleported just a
Duffy
bit
to
ahead.
Photon. It's definitely
Yes.
gonna be something to review with all of us, and how the other guys able to race with him comfortably. Because we had that incident at the start of the race with Alan, which
Yeah,
pretty sure he
the radio
won't be a
transmission
happy
from
man after this
Alan
race.
as
Speaking of the defending champ, he is now battling with some idiot.
yes, he is caught
For
up
8th
with some
place.
idiot, and it's in the battle for 8th place. And 2 laps ago, there was a yellow flag in sector 2. It's Merrick. Merrick is off. Merrick is off. Merrick has crashed in sector 2. Monster is now in the lead. He's
What
got a puncture.
drama.
He's got a puncture. Back left puncture for Merrick.
Looks like
He had the race in the bag, and his tire
that is
blew out.
really bad.
on the last lap too, as to win. Oh wait, no, this is now the last lap as Monster is pulling away. What just happened? Calamity
What?
finish.
What
Merrick
a
had it
climatic
all in a
end to
bag, and
this
his
race.
tire blew out.
And he was
man,
pulling
what
a gap
turn
to
of-
Monster.
What a turn of unfortunate events.
And the
but
tire just-
now this makes
Yep.
question if Monster has tires for this, or will he have a puncture? Will this be like Britain where everyone's tires start just blowing up?
Well, Monster is an experienced driver. Knowing that Marek had that puncture, I will guess Monster will take it easy to this in this final lap because he's
Well,
got
also,
that gap
that
of
brings
6 seconds to
Foden
his
up.
teammate.
That also brings Foden up
Just
to a
coasting
podium
through the
position.
corners.
So holy crap, we were not expecting Merrick to blow his tire on the penultimate lap, as Monster is pushing away, but cautiously pushing into the final corner around 14 and 15. Ladies and gentlemen, your F1 Rapid Racers, round 1 of season 2 Bahrain Grand Prix winner, Monster!
Good win for Monster there, well managed. He had a little
Yes.
bit of luck, but that doesn't mean the win was not deserved. And
Merrick is
must be
devastated, but we have a
devastated
battle
with that
going in
puncture
for
at the
7th
end.
place between Alan and some idiot. Alan looking for a bit of inside, trying to sell a dummy to some idiot, but it looks like he's just going to concede this position and sit in 8th place. Disastrous race for both Merrick, Foden, and Alan. They've all had some issues with tires in this race, as some idiot finishes in the points. Something he's been working on, and 7th place, that was pretty good. But what a insane race we have had today for our winner, Monster.
And now we are joined with the man
Merrick.
himself,
What
Marek.
happened?
Hello.
We all feel terribly sorry for your luck at this race, because you had it in
And
the bag.
then
You got
the tire blew
around
out.
3 seconds in Monster, and that happened.
Yeah, I nerfed my tires. I pretty much nerfed them, and right when I had 75%, my left rear exploded. Mainly because I put the hammer down a bit to get a better gap to Monster to not get attacked. that
Perhaps
really.
you went too hard into and didn't pay enough
What a
attention to your
disastrous
tire,
race,
and it gave
but
up.
it's all about Monster today as he wins the race with the Ferraris, both the Ferraris locking out first and second place. So our finishing position is Monster, Assassin, Foten, Duppy, Hid, Fez, some idiot, Alan T. There's a Sauber in there. Merrick, Ava, Kingslayer, and yeah, it was Sunny.
I think that was Al Sani
What?
in the
Yeah, he
ninth
left
place.
right after.
Race.
Yeah. Yeah, Ava, I don't know what you did on that. I don't know why you had to take off my front wing like you did, but I don't know.
Eh?
You took off my front wing. When I had a run on you coming out of turn 3, when you saw I was about to
Kingslayer.
get to the right of you, you just moved and you took off my front wing.
On your front wing, not Kingslayer ram me.
I know, I saw that. He did it. He was a menace. If you want to, I'll testify because I saw him just completely spear you. So he did a completely stupid move on me, and then he tried something absolutely ridiculous on you.
And Mr. Hit do a very dangerous dive bomb on me. It's too dangerous.
I didn't see that one, so I don't know. When you upload your footage, look at that. But I'm very happy that incident between me and you didn't happen later in the race. Otherwise, I'd be pissed off right now because that was ridiculous. Really, yeah. I want to message you about it. I don't want to talk about it here because I'm gonna make an ass of myself like I always do.
All right. Let's talk to the man himself, the 1-2 for Ferrari. Let's talk to the man himself, the man who won the Bahrain Grand Prix. Monster, how are you feeling after that crazy race?
Fuck yes! Oh my god. That was fucking intense.
That's just how you put it right there, Monster. Just F yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Words of a champion. Let's check this second place, Assassin. Assassin, how are you feeling about getting second place and giving Ferrari the lead, a commanding lead in the F1 Rapid Racers League?
I'm very happy, in fact. It might have been a little bit fortunate with Marek's tyre blowing and Photon doing a weird two-stop, but I can sort of see why he tried it. But yeah, overall very happy, and it's a good start to the season for us.
Yeah, Photon was going for that undercut by pitting a lap earlier.
I blocked that. I blocked it. I held him in his pit box when I pit for mediums.
Playing for Team Ferrari, blocking Photon going into his pits. He can move. Oh, going out.
Well, going out. Yeah, because my pit box is right in front of his.
So let's talk to Alan T. He had a little lap 3 incident at the start. Alan, what actually happened in lap 3, turn 1? I think.
Well, one of the newer drivers had obviously some internet issues, and I tried to follow him a bit further back for a couple of first laps because he was teleporting, and then I kind of got fed up being so far away because I was losing so much time, and as soon as I went closer to him, he just teleported to my front wing.
All right.
So that's pretty much my race.
Ava, you finished outside the points at 11th, but how was that race for you? Anything you want to talk about? All right.
I'm pissed off.
We know how
No
Merrick
comment.
is.
Oh, by the way, what happened at lap 2, I believe, turn 10? I think either you spun up by yourself or did someone hit you?
I was hitting by Kingslayer.
Yeah, he completely speared him. Like Ava got speared by him. Kingslayer waited for us.
I saw Ava spinning around, and I was really confused because I know Ava doesn't spin up his tires, especially in that corner. Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, he got completely mullered. I mean, actually, here's another thing. Kingslayer speared me off at the corner before that, and then he went for
that's
Ava
something to look forward to. With the officiating crew of the F1 Rapid Races. But what a crazy race we have had today, and thank you guys for joining in to the F1 Rapid Races Season 2 round. You took a screenshot. Season 2 round 1 race winner, Monster. Yeah, that's savoring the moment.
He wants to savor the moment.
That's the last time we are gonna see that.
Oh, trash talk from the defending champion.
Oh, some stone or fired.
Fired. All right.
So
Well, thank you guys for
fired.
tuning in. We hope to catch you guys on round 2. Yes, thank you for joining me
Oh,
in
by the way,
probably
thanks
one of
for
the
having
best
me in the commentary
races,
box today.
one of the most fun races to commentate. It was certainly a pleasure to have you up in here. Doors always open if you want to just do this full time with me. All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for.
Okay, I'll see my schedule, and
All right, thank you
if
guys
I
for
don't make
tuning
my
in. We
wheels
hope you
work, then
guys tune
I
in
might
for
just
round
end up
2.
here.
Y'all have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever. Peace out.